So we will start right now. So first of all, welcome to Sustainable Weight Loss and Aligning Your Values with a Nutrition That is Beyond Your Plate workshop. So thank you for investing your time in this workshop for your wellness. So before we move on with this workshop, I'd like to thank the Nourishers for giving me this opportunity to present what I'm absolutely passionate about. The Nourishers is an online platform specialized in providing all lifestyle and well-being related services like mental, physical, nutritional, spiritual, and so much more to provide you with the opportunity to pick and choose the wide range of services that will help you reach your defined goal with the assistance of the right expert for you. So I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and again, thank you for taking your time in this workshop. So a little intro about me. My name is Nasra Grimley, but you can call me Naz. I'm a certified nutrition coach, self-care advocate, mama of 3 young boys, and my mission is to empower individuals who are struggling with their weight in order to feel confident in their body, find enjoyable movements, how to align their values with the nutrition that is beyond their plate, and of course, provide them with recipes that they will enjoy. A little background about me as well. I have been in the fitness industry for 9 years, working primarily on myself while raising 3 kids with my husband. I've worked with clients part-time in a gym in Muscat, hosting classes and helping out friends and family. My brother worked as a personal trainer as well before he changed his career. And my husband is my gym buddy. Like, he invests his whole time, everything for his wellness, which is pretty awesome. So, and my kids are super active with, boxing, running around. And so it just seems fair to continue the legacy for me to to continue and nourish this legacy that we have in our family. In my early 20s, I had a body dysmorphic disorder. So this is a disorder where you focus so much on your body, how you look, and how, like, if there's something wrong with your body, a little scratch or whatever, it makes you upset, depressed, and stressed. So that is something that I suffered with a long time ago. So I sabotaged myself with hateful thoughts and blame, some sort of overworking my body. So I always sorted to or found my calm or my like if you have a friend that you go to, then you'll do that. So when I had body dysmorphic, and then when I had those moments where I thought that I wasn't enough, I would sabotage myself with hateful thoughts and then continue that, working at the gym, overworking myself without thinking about how I'm hurting my body. I have also gained a lot of weight after my children. So I have 3 children that I've given birth via C-section in 4 years. So it's a lot of kids in 4 years. And I've gained so much weight. Then I started eating very less calories. I've hit rock bottom, and the rest was basically history. So I got certified as a nutrition coach and currently completing my IIN health coaching certification and completing my degree in exercise science. So I'm really excited about all of that, and then hopefully focus on gut health as well, which is somewhere that where my heart and my passion is leading me to. So I won't bore you with the science facts and all those boring words no one can even pronounce sometimes. Rather, I am here to share with you a more sustainable way to losing weight without the need to restrict yourself with the food that you love, movement that speaks to you, and hopefully help you reflect on your values. Because we are here to live, right? We're not here to count calories or know exactly what goes into these packages, know exactly what, how this food is made, or, but really just getting in tune with your body and understanding, like, what is this food doing to my body? Is it good for me? Is it bad for me? Does it feed my energy? So yeah, all of that. So it's not your typical weight loss program. I was a bit worried about that when I put that out there, but this is a more sustainable way of losing weight. So before I get ahead of myself, during this workshop, I will be talking a lot because I can talk a lot about overall wellness, mental health, self-care, losing weight sustainably, and just overall happiness, really. But I will make sure to keep it in 60 minutes. And also at the end of this workshop, there'll be a Q&A. So I can't see your comments right now because I'm sharing the document, but I will go to it for sure when I get to the Q&A. So keep your questions ready and I will do my best to answer everything. Okay. So first of all, let's define what is sustainable weight loss. So sustainable weight loss is a weight loss journey for individuals who are, excuse me, who are looking for a solution to start feeling good about themselves and for health reasons without the drastic restrictions on food that they love and nourishes their body, movement that they're excited about, and self-care that speaks their own bioindividuality, and being able to keep the weight off forever. So I know a lot of times, and I've been through that when you think about weight loss, you think like, oh, or I'm going to go keto, I'm going to do intermittent fasting. So that is something that that's a big no-no for me. I'm like the diet buster. So if you are going to do this kind of dieting, which is, I have nothing against it, just not something that I believe in, you have to be able to do it forever. Otherwise, it's not sustainable. I think if that makes sense, I hope it does, because that should be the best way for you to go through a fat loss journey, is that you're not suffering, or you're not getting rid of the food that you love. You're not overworking your body at the gym. Okay, so this is one thing about doing diets that don't work for you, right? So just looking into yo-yo dieting, you are following diets that does not work with you, but you keep doing it anyway. You lost a lot of weight, then gained it back again, and then you go back to the diet again. The food doesn't taste good. You binge your way through the weekend. Society has told you how to look, feel, and eat a certain way. I think that's the worst one. So yo-yo dieting is when you keep dieting, then taking breaks, in between gaining back the weight again, over and over again. And for some people, they've been doing it for years. Like, I'm sure you know someone who has done diets and then, they've lost so much weight and then they regain it back again and maybe gain more. And while they're doing the yo-yo dieting, they don't enjoy the food, overworking their body and stressing over hitting the goal on the scale on the journey. So weight loss should not go more than 10 to 12 weeks, not more than that. It shouldn't. This is because your body will start to adapt to the food that you are putting in your body, as obviously you will be on a calorie deficit. And so when you are also overwhelming your body, you will also adapt to that. So when you're over exercising, you're like, why am I not losing weight? I'm going to the gym. I'm spending, every day. I'm working 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm still not losing weight, because our body is seriously super smart, and it does not care about your weight loss. It doesn't care about your diet. It doesn't care about your journey through weight loss, weight maintenance, or weight gain. What it wants to do is to keep you alive. So it adopts to put you in the body of how much you put in your body. That's how much your body will take, and then it will start adapting to it. And so then doing fat loss for more than 12 weeks, that's like hitting a plateau, and then your body adapts to that income that you're putting in, and then it will just get used to it. And then if you want to go to another fat loss, you have to go lower again. I actually have one of my clients in here. Yeah. So to make this a little bit more easier, to make it a little bit more easier for you to understand, long time ago, I am talking like hunting days, like you're taking bow arrows and using knives when you're hunting, and, hiding in the shade, waiting for hours to hunt, your prey, or, trying to farm, trying to find food, whatever they can find. I'm talking about those days. People are used to only eating so much times a day because they don't know when is the next meal, right? They don't know when they're going to have the next meal. So they only eat certain amounts of food, and then they keep it in their body. So there's enough fat, there's enough carbs in there, and then their body adapts to it. And then you think like, how come they're so strong anyway? It's because their body adapts to it. And so the problem is with these days, we have so many things that we call the processed foods, which are the foods that are obviously not real food. Could be half real, but there's other elements that has been put inside the food, which they didn't have that long time ago. So now we are like, there's like food that are processed, food with lots of hormones, food with lots of pesticides being used to cater to agriculture. And that goes into our face and shows us, hey, you know what? Leptin and Ghrelin hormones, which are like the grumpy hormones of our body. It's like, go have some sugar, even if you don't need to. You actually are craving for something else. And it's not that, because our ancestors long time ago didn't have that. And they were stronger. They were ready for action. They were ready to do whatever it takes. And they have built body that are strong enough for them. So if you are right away deciding to go on a fat loss journey without understanding the ingredients to start a sustainable weight loss, then it might end up with as another fail. And now you're risking your health, your happiness, and your self-care. You're risking everything now. Is that worth it? I don't think so. I've been there a few times, and it wasn't fun. As someone who has been into the fitness industry for 9 years, having 3 kids in 4 years, it has been my ultimate passion to support you in your journey to wellness. That is for you. Someone has told you to be. I have hired few coaches in, on all my 9 years, and I still do, because a coach needs a coach, right? And I've always had coaches who are more like, let's get it done, let's do this. I've done, for the longest time, I've done bodybuilding way that's where I crashed, and that's what hit me into rock bottom. And then after that, I've gained over 35 kgs. I've lost my weight. I started to eat food that are bad for me, that I know is bad for me, but I will eat it just so that I can damage my body. That's because mentally I was so done with doing diets, with overworking my body, with not resting, with not having enjoyment, with not really understanding what is it that makes me happy, and what's sustainable. It didn't exist in my vocabulary before, So I hope that exists in your vocabulary right now when it comes to your overall wellness. It has to be sustainable. Okay, so here is the recipe to sustainable weight loss, and there is 7 ingredients for it. I will go into it one by one, and I'll dig into it. And then if you have any question, keep that with you until we get to the Q&A, and I'll be very happy to assist you. I'm looking here, but I'm actually like seeing you guys in this screen. Okay, so first one is self-assessment. So that's the tools to start your journey. And then setting realistic goals is the second one. Setting realistic goals, I repeated that again. So meal planning, movement, gut health, the most important part, I think, is gut health. And also aligning your values with a nutrition that is beyond your plate. But then After 12 weeks of sustainable weight loss, then what? What's going to happen? Like, what am I supposed to do? So I'll dig deeper into each of these ingredients in the next slides. And hopefully I'll be able to deliver what is required for you, and hopefully it helps you. So self-assessment checklist. So these are the checklists that you do before you even think about starting a weight loss. You can't start a weight loss without having any of these steps corrected, like all of them. So first one, are you eating 3 healthy meals a day? Like, are you eating 3 square meals a day? This means you are not starving yourself and you are not overeating to get to a healthy way. So if you are not eating enough, then start finding food that okay, I know this is healthy and easy and tasty and I like it, and it's something that I can, it's in my budget, it works for me, works for my lifestyle, I can do it. So start with that. If you are overeating and you are overeating, when you're full, but your mind is like telling you, come on, especially when you are watching TV or anything like that. So try to spread it out to 5-6 times even. I eat 6 times a day. So I have my breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, and then I have herbal tea. So that is counted as a meal. So you spread it out. So example, you're having so much in lunch and then you crash, right? Because a lot of us have big lunches, big carbs in it, and then we crash. And then all of a sudden, the brain just stopped working, and your tasks is moving to tomorrow because you're so tired, and everybody thinks that having this so much fats or so much carbs that I need this energy, but if you're not eating the right carbs and not the right portions, then it'll definitely put you down. It's like a big insulin crash. Excuse me. Okay, so example, if you have heavy breakfast, which is great. There's nothing wrong with having big breakfast. We all love big breakfast. So you can have oats, eggs with put some vitamin C in there, have some grapefruit or some oranges, or next day have some pancakes, have some shakshuka. I love shakshuka. That's my favorite. So you can have that, and then just enjoy your meals, but break it down without having to eat so much or eat too less. So a good tip for here is that when you're eating your meals, put the phone away, put the TV away, put everything, put the iPads, put all of that away, and try to focus on your food. I dare you to do that for the whole day, and you will notice that you're actually full when you eat the meals like that. Especially look at something that is nature, because that's what we are meant to be, right? So try and remove all of those distractions, because now our focus now is only on the food. And now we actually appreciate our food much better, because we're not cutting our attention into iPads or phone or TV or whatever into it. And then when you have people with you that are eating with you, you start to have not only fulfillment with the food, but also fulfillment of memories that is associated with the meals. So so that brings so much more love and so much more attention to the food. So another one that is very important is that, are you drinking enough water? There is a guideline in USDA that women should drink 2.7 liters and then men should drink 3.5. That must have been changed, but that's the recent one that I've read a few months ago. Best advice for me is to really get in tune with your body, and it will tell you when it is thirsty. It will tell you when it's thirsty, when you feel dehydrated. Don't get to a point when you are dehydrated. You carry a bottle with you somewhere, like a glass of water next to your desk when you're talking, or when you are on the phone, when you are working, studying, always have a bottle of water right next to you and take short sips. And notice also that when you are like, oh, I have to drink 8 glasses a day. And then when you're so late at it, you're like chugging down this water, and then you can't even like, you feel bloated, you feel like you're too full, you feel like you want to go to the bathroom like 10 times in, the next couple of hours. That's because you're keeping that in your head that it's a target. But how about enjoying it? How about having like a nice water bottle, something that you really like, keep it next to you, bring it everywhere, and take a couple of sips here and there. Are you sleeping 7 to 8 hours a day? So this is one thing that a lot of people, and also my clients, some of my clients who are having a hard time with this, like, why is my weight jumping up? Okay, how did you sleep? Not good. That's because your body, instead of your body and your organs inside your body resting, you were still up. So it's overworking now. Now it's holding water. And then all of a sudden in the morning, like you're 1 kg or 2 kg more. And then we stress about that, but we don't think about how was my sleep? How was my day yesterday? Did I overwork my body? All of these factors are all combined together. The reason for your weight fluctuation. Example. Are you going to the washroom at least once a day? And by this, I mean like number 2, right? I know TMI, like too much information, but you have to be able to go to the washroom once a day minimum. I'm talking number 2. You can go to number 1, do that every time, but it is very important to measure that into your checklist before starting the program, because you don't want to mess that up. Because a lot of people, when they do the weight loss program, they don't think about fibers into their meals. So example, in the US, the minimum, the minimum grams, or for fiber is, they say 25. I still think that's very little. That's too little. That's like what my kid has, right? So try and get, like, if you can, twice that, or try and get like 30, 40, and always choose the healthier fibers. I do educate my clients about that. Like, I share a lot of handouts during their first few weeks, and then so that they're sure of what, oh, I didn't know that this one has fiber. I didn't know that had fiber. Well, that's good. I love those foods. So let's incorporate that into your meal plan. Make sure you're moving your body enough. This means you're moving your body and not sitting on the couch or desk for hours. Like, like what I'm doing now, like after this one, I'm going to go for a walk around the house, because I don't want to, it doesn't only make you feel more tired or stressed, or your shoulder and your neck is painful, but also gets you back into that energy, to that mood. And so then if you can take little breaks in between your work, your studies, or if you're just sitting down or you're not moving so much, like take little breaks. Like, I'll put an alarm in your watch or your phone. Every 45 or 60 minutes, I'm gonna take 15 minutes to walk around, go up and down the stairs, like move your body. A good thing is, like, if you're always on the phone, you take the phone and go walk around, when you're working, walk around, or then when you're listening to podcasts, or when you're studying and it's an audio, go and walk around the house, and, get some energy pumping into your blood as well. So next one is time with nature. So are you spending enough time with Mother Nature? Like, I know it's really hot here. Like, I know it's like really hot still in Bahrain. I'm not sure about Oman, but I know it's also still a bit warm there. I really think you need to spend even just a little bit of time in nature, or, set up your desk. If you're at the office or at home, set up your desk where you can get some sunlight in. Like, you will feel so much better. Take off your shoes and go and step in the grass when you're stressed, and just breathe. Just breathe, few breaths. That is something that I really love, is doing meditation and incorporating that into journaling, which I'm gonna try and see if I can get that a workshop about that for you guys, because that is like a mind blown changer. So get out, get some sunlight, go for walks, take your, if you have kids, take your kids for a little walk, 5-10 minutes, that's all you need. Okay, so setting realistic goals. This is great if you can journal this, because this way you can see it in a clear picture, what plans you have laid out for yourself. I am going to base this on a 3-month sustainable weight loss journey, because you're not supposed to go more than 12 weeks. So 12 weeks is 3 months, and that's the maximum you can go. And I will tell you how to go through this, and then give you some tips and tools for you to move ahead, and also tell you what happens afterwards. Do not go more than 12 weeks, please. You hit a plateau and restart the whole yo-yo dieting over and over again. So what are my health goals in the next 3 months? So this is where you state what are you aiming for in the next 3 months, as you devote your energy, your time to improving your overall wellness. Remember to stick to realistic goals. This is different for every single person. So I can't really exactly tell you what you're supposed to stick to, but you have to really get in tune with it. If you have a coach, like, go to your coach, write it with your coach, and decide what is realistic for you to reach in 3 months. But some common ones could be aiming to eat less of food that causes inflammation, reducing sugar intake, eating more nutrient-dense food, finding movement that I am excited about without overworking my body, and doing workouts that doesn't get me out of the bed. Like, have you guys ever been to that? Like, seriously, you're like, oh, I'm going to the gym again. Like, I hate this. No, movement should be like, oh yes, I am going to get up and I'm going to do this. It's so exciting. It can be dancing. It can be playing football, can be, playing with your kids, can be jumping in a trampoline. That's my favorite. I love jumping in a trampoline. It's like release of so much, what you might call it, so much like energy, and releases and burns so much, and then makes me feel so like I'm so high in my life right now, because I can tackle my day. And then, how do I want to feel when I reach the 3-month health goal? So how do I want to feel? Nobody talks about that. Everything what people think, okay, I need to lose 10 kg. I need to lose 10 kg. Yes, I need to lose 10 kg. And then you get so stressed. You miss all your gatherings. You miss your happiness with your friends, with your family, because you have this thing in your head. I need to lose 10 kg. And that is a trap, my friend, like very bad trap. So I hope that you want to feel happy, excited, motivated, and inspired. And you realize that these feelings for your health can actually be accomplished while you're on your way to your journey to sustainable weight loss. So next one is detox. What are things in my life that don't sit well with my values? This is where you set boundaries. This is where you realize that no is a sentence on its own, and there is no need to explain or apologize. There is no but after the word no. Make a list of things, or sometimes even people, who won't be contributing to your happiness and to your health. So I have been through that as well. Like, I have people, even previous, like people who didn't really put value into my overall health, my happiness. This could be, your previous coaches, could be, people who really don't care if something has gone wrong with you. Like, they're more there for the party life, but not there for you as a person. I'm not saying to completely ignore them if it's people, but rather set boundaries. Like, example, you work over, let's say, like in my previous job, You work over 10 hours when you are supposed to only work for 8 hours. You set boundaries for yourself. You set timers, you set a task, and you get things done on time. So you're ready to do the other task, and you're not stressing out your brain, your body. And by doing this, you are actually being more productive. So example, I'll give you a good example. Yesterday, I had a task that I need to, I'm creating a I'm creating a recipe book for my clients. And this is for later. So I did, I calculated how much time I need to do, but I've only calculated an hour to do that yesterday. And then I didn't really complete it, but it was already an hour. I stopped because that's the time for that. And maybe I need to readjust it for next time. Maybe move the publications, or move the launch for it a couple more days so that I can keep up to it, but I'm not going to stress myself. So always allow yourself that kind of boundaries, set boundaries. Put an X in situations that are not contributing to your wellness. Sorry, guys. And find ways to support those who place you in situations in a humble and a caring way. There are people who are super caring for you, and you know who those are. Example, you're invited to watch a movie till 3 a.m. on a weekday, but that will not contribute to your health, as you need to be up for work at 6 a.m. or you have kids, or you have to work out so early. So just balancing rather than eliminating those two works, right? Detox on toxins. Find things that are toxic in your home, work, or school, wherever you spend the most time, and remove air fresheners that have toxic ingredients, and like bleach. I can go on with this one as well, because I love being able to understand what works for me, what doesn't. So words to look out for are like ammonia, oven and drain cleaners, usually have like polycyclic aromatics, hydrocarbons, and more. So basically, again, words that you can't easily pronounce. And also using less plastic at the grocery store and focusing more on the naturals. It just naturally makes you feel good about life. It just happens to you, right? What steps am I willing to take to create a healthy habit to reach my goals? So that's your small steps. So here is where you place your journal next to your calendar to start and jot down what's working, what's not. First, reflect back on the question, what are my health goals in the next 3 months? So go back to that first question, then back engineer it and think of small steps. There is no hurry. Remember that this is a marathon and it's not a sprint. Like I hear that like everywhere. Can you guys tell me who said that? Because I couldn't find it. Example, my ultimate goal is to eliminate artificial sugar, and sugar, to learn how to enjoy sugar from fruits, maybe like a few times a week, then gradually grow it to 5 to 6 times a week, where you ultimately eliminate sugar sustainably, slow, but promising. I'm not a big fan of fad diets. And I know I've mentioned that a few times, even trend diets, I'm not a big fan of those. So any of it really, I think we're all different and not a single diet works for everyone, right? Like keto might work for you, but not works for me. So find what is best for you and stick with it. Or this could be something like your daily movement. So you can create small steps. Like if you love dancing, then find a class that works for you, but then don't go like 10 times, like don't go like every day, go like once a week. So this week you're going to tell yourself, I am devoting a class a week to go to dance class, online, live, or in the studio, whatever works for you. Or dance in the kitchen, dance with your kids, like just move your body in a way that makes you happy. Like who doesn't want that, right? That's still counted as a workout. And then my list of actions. So action is so here you plan out what you are going to achieve week by week. Go week by week. Don't say like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Like you're expanding yourself way too much. So then go week by week. See how you feel. move to the next one. Okay, this is good. We're going to keep going. So you are grounded and you keep yourself accountable. It is easy to drift through the journey, but if you have a legit planned out journey, then you are more likely to succeed it. If you have a coach that helps you, then go for it. Or if you have an accountability partner, you have a gym buddy, you have a movement buddy. I don't want to say gym buddy because it's just gym, but movement buddy, like find someone who, has the same value as you and go with it and keep each other accountable, but never overworking your body. Oops. Okay, so meal planning, nutrition, meal planning. So list of meals I know is good for me. So here you start to make a list of food that you know is healthy and that you're consistent with. Break down your meals into 4 to 5 meals a day, breakfast, snack, lunch, supper, maybe a tea at night, and maybe have like a herbal tea at night. Know what food has made you feel bloated, unwell, or just something that you know doesn't satisfy you, but remove that, like eliminate those. We don't need those. Or you could do a food mood diary log to where you log in how the food reacts into your body. So this is something that some of my clients actually had to go through because they weren't sure what food was making them feel bad. So then there's a list, there's a diary that I give them. And so then this is what I had for lunch. 2 hours later, this is how I feel. Maybe tired or unhappy or just, like grouchy or whatever it is. It could be related to food, could be related to anything really. So logging that in, if you don't know what's wrong, what made you feel bad, will definitely help you understand. Meal prepping. So a lot of my clients are busy, talented people who are busy with work, with family, and have lesser time than others who can spend hours in the kitchen. And some don't even like being in the kitchen, which is completely fine. That's completely fine. It's not an excuse for you to not be healthy, right? We all want to be healthy. We all want to reach our overall wellness journey or our goal. But that is not an excuse, right? So focus on foods that you can store for 3 days, example. And plan out to cook 2 to 3 times a week and schedule in your meals accordingly so that you're not getting out of track. So example, you're having salmon with salad for dinner, cook that at night. And then for lunch, you have the salmon again, but now with rice or with quinoa or with couscous or with, another salad. The same for when you make, like, we love to make chili con carne, example, in a big batch. You use a tortilla for night. So then you can have like a wrap for it at night. And then for lunch, you have it with rice. And then again, for breakfast, you can have it as a side for your eggs. So there's so many ways it can work. But we just have to maybe invest a little bit of time during the week for our own wellness. Especially if you have family, you have kids, you have your husband, you have, other people who are in there, you'd want to be able to share that with them as well. There's so many ways. You just got to plan it. So next is portioning. Counting calories might be the best scientific way to do it. Honestly, I focus more on the nutrients rather than just the macros, and make sure you are calculating right. Right? There are a few calculators that you can use online to count your daily calorie maintenance intake. And then if you think you are not eating your maintenance calories yet, then go for that first, like get into your maintenance calorie and then decrease 5%. And little by little, you're not going to like go down right away to like 1,400 calories. That is something that I was doing before as well, really unhappy. And I was like, why am I so unhappy? Like, why am I so like angry every time? Why am I always mad? That's because I realized that I just wasn't eating food that I like. I thought I loved what I was eating. I thought I loved the outcome. I thought I liked working out 5 times a week with like coaches who don't really, about, how you are doing. They don't ask that. you got to look out for yourself at those points. And also just like making sure that you're eating food that you know is good for you. You could do this week by week, and then see where you are, see how many food, because a banana could also make you, a banana could make you feel energetic, but for someone, it could make their gut upset. So really, it's finding what works for you. So shopping. Plan to shop once a week. Plan to shop once a week so that the fruits and the vegetables are much more fresher, especially the meat, if you're buying it fresh. You're not running around like trying to get things in your kitchen while you are busy and end up not having the ingredients and to make your meals. So this is one thing that I think my clients love, is that I make weekly shopping. All they have to do is check, done. Just go to the grocery, get it done. And yeah. So last one is memories, emotions, food. Associated with your food. So this is my favorite thing, right? A lot of people call it cheat days. I'll call it refuel days, because really you don't have to call it cheat days. You don't have to cheat on your wellness, right? Like you can have food that makes you happy, makes you want to enjoy your time away with your loved ones, friends, but also not think like, I overate. You don't want to think about that. And then the next day you're not going to eat enough, and then your metabolism just shuts, and then you start over again, yo-yo dieting again, because it just doesn't work. So have you ever had like a meal that you loved so much when you were a child, maybe at grandma's place, that made your heart glow, made you dance, make you smile so wide everyone could see it for miles? Like, have you also ever had create the same meal later? Like what mom, what grandma, what auntie, what they made when you were a child. So maybe grandma is now far away and you wanted, example, cabbage roll or that cinnamon bun that she made. Have you ever drifted to those memories? I hope that's a big yes. Because I do that a lot of times, because I miss my mom, I miss my grandma. And so then I have thought that it is the memories that is associated with the food, so it doesn't matter how grandma makes it, it tastes good, because it's the memories that go, it's the comfort that goes with it. So on those refuel days, go back to those kind of memories. You'll feel amazing. You'll feel like you're back into those days. And then your kid will also feel this. If you have children, or your loved one will feel the same way from you. So your children will get that memory that you share back. So I feel like there's a lot of memories associated with meals like that. So movement. What are the movements that I used to do when I was younger? Movement memories. When people say, oh, back in the day, I used to swim a lot and now I am old. And then you ask them, how old are you? And they're like, between 35, 45. And then they say they don't do that anymore because they're slower. So here's the thing. You don't have to be a champion of some sports event to be able to enjoy the moment that made you feel good. Example, when I was younger, I loved playing volleyball. But you know what? I'm not good at it, but it makes me so happy. It brings memories of that, that team spirit. And, I'll play it tomorrow. And I'm not good. And probably if I go in a team, they'll be like, oh, you can be in the bench. But I love those memories, right? So how about just reliving the moment when you felt like you are doing what you love? What about just drifting into those moments from the past where you were faster and you enjoy those memories? Try to relive those moments. Excuse me. Be young again. Don't break your back. Don't overdo it, but just remind yourself of what it was like. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with going back into that feeling. So when you do those things, you'll come back to me and you'll be like, you know what, you were right. So what movements do I want to accomplish by the end of my 3-month journey and continue doing consistently? So the best part about this is that you get to experiment, which is the fun part. Don't take everything so seriously. Find something you like. And if your goal is to ultimately work out times a week, then you gradually get to that by doing small steps. I know a lot of trainers will be like, okay, here's your workout plan. I've been to that one. Here's your 5 week, workout plan. That's like boring. So example, but again, we're all different. So you have to find what works for you. So example, this week you are committing to do one home workout, one light 20-minute workout, and maybe a 30-minute workout in nature the other day. So keep yourself accountable and set those intentions every day. Try to add walking into your routine, preferably outside when it gets cooler. If you're a mom or dad, get your kids out too. Or if you have pets, go for a walk with your pet too. Try to place your workouts in your calendar and keep yourself accountable and always stick to it. Then gradually either add intensity or add more movement, as you go. Don't overwork it. It doesn't work like I mentioned earlier. Your body is just going to adapt to it, especially when you're in a fat loss. It's just going to adapt to it. That's what it's going to do. Setting weekly intentions. So small steps lead to big goals. Always. There's no need to overwork the body. When you do that, you're also messing around with your hormones, your stress, which is caused by body crashing, and also mental state. I say this because sometimes we go hard right at the beginning, and then we get too tired, and then we don't do the movements, which leads you to start negative talk to yourself and ultimately give up. And then, of course, you got to get consistent. Find what works for you. Don't depend on others of what they have to tell you, unless you have a coach that listens to you and then supports you by recommending to you and then asking you, how do you like this workout? Not just giving you like a paper and here you go, work this out. Set the tone for yourself, mark your calendar, and action for yourself. So gut health, which is one of my favorite part is gut health. And I am hoping to get more specific in my studies in this one. It's helped a lot of my clients. It's helped my family and myself a lot. So what is gut health? Gut health refers to the physical state and physical function of the many parts of the gastrointestinal tract, which is our intestines, basically. It is where all the magic happens, it's like the operations room. It's like that connects all the organs, like the pancreas to release insulin, and then the kidney to start working. It's kind of like a command center. So it's like, okay, here's all the things now, pancreas, kidney, and, all the other organs start working because we have all of these food that we need to digest. So what makes up a healthy gut? It is basically very simple. Again, I won't bore you with all the science stuff, but I want to get out what from this is what there are ways that you could keep your gut healthy. Both outside and inside environment affects the microbiome of your gut. So focus on goods that are, again, not causing inflammation in your body. And I'm not talking about just the food, but also the toxins in your environment, your stress, your sleep. All of that I mentioned earlier are connected to this. It's like the main dude, because it's like it receives all of the energy that is outside and what you put inside. And it's where you need to keep your health, right? It's where you need to take care of. It's where you need to do sometimes maybe a detox on it. So gut healing detox. I've done this with a lot of my clients, and for myself, I'm actually on this right now today. And I'm feeling really, really good. No bloat. My tummy feels so clean and flat and feel amazing. There are some months that our gut This could be a meal plan that is for 3 to 4 days. And I wouldn't recommend more than that. It's just a 3 to 4 days detox. And it's not juicing. A lot of people think it's juicing. It's not juicing. It's actually you eating clean food that has enough probiotics and prebiotics. I can explain more about that in the next slide. So gut detox. What should be included in my gut detox? So gluten-free and grain-free. I'm not talking this for the rest of your life, but just like for 3-4 days kind of detox meal plan. So use nutrient-dense alternatives like sweet potato, broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, which provides support to your immune function. Especially at these pandemic times, you want to be able to include that as well. So these fiber, you want to have high fiber as well. So these short chains fatty acids may help you reduce intestinal permeable and promote the growth of good gut bacteria. Fiber also lowers C-reactive protein, a substance in the blood that indicates inflammation. Again, inflammation, always inflammation, especially these days. And I'm really scared for our future that it might be like a thing, like people wouldn't understand what inflammation is anymore. Quality protein, so high protein source with a variety of amino acids can help improve the gut microbiota and also the healing of your gut, right? Like it's very important. So add like bone broth from chicken, which helps bowel movement as well. Anti-inflammatory foods, polyphenols and antioxidants to help manage inflammation. Polyphenols are found in apples, berries, parsley, celery, and kale. Literally, I've just made like a soup based on that. Prebiotics, of course, illness and physical stress from exercise can impact actually your gut microbiota. Prebiotics and probiotics bring the good bacteria into the gut. Probiotics found in fermented foods like sauerkraut are live bacteria that can help stabilize the intestinal barrier and reduce inflammation. You'll hear me hear this inflammation so many times. Prebiotics are added to this plan from flax seeds. You can, something that you can add into your shake if you're not really a big fan of it. So bananas as well, garlic, onions. These foods support digestive health by feeding the good bacteria and are also very important to create a healthy gut microbiome in general. So probiotics are a combination of like live beneficial bacteria and yeast that live in our body. So again, the biggest takeaway here for you is to really focus on the good stuff that goes in your body. And that is also good, also what you inhale. That's from the outside. It's what you inhale as well. So if you spend so much time inside the house without any fresh air, then your gut, then you get out. You need to get out, get some sunshine, breathe, put your feet on the grass. It is what we are meant to do. I know I say it so many times, but it's very important. Okay. Last one before our now, what is aligning your values with a nutrition that is beyond your plate? So this is the Circle of Life, which is created by Joshua Rosenthal, IAN Institute for Integrative Nutrition. It is actually where I am completing my health coach certification. It's a 1-year certification, so super excited about that. So the nutrition that is beyond your plate is called the primary food, which is the bulk of my coaching practice with my clients. Because how are you really able to know your purpose and your self-connection and alignment when you are not aware of your own values? Like, just makes so much sense. So big question I would ask myself, am I connected to my intentions with all of these areas of my life? Like, is this circle of my life, are my intentions all connected with are they aligned, with my values? So grab your journal, when you have this one, and jot down all the 12 factors in your life, and then ask this question for all of it. So how am I doing with each factor? Am I contented with where I am? Is there a factor in the circle of life that I need to work on for me? What are expected of me versus what do I really value? So, go through all of them one by one, find out what doesn't work for you, find out what does, what do you need to improve, what do you need to work on, and then go there step by step. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit faster here, guys, because it's almost like an hour. Sorry. So that's what I just mentioned that. So that's the big question. So now what? So now you've done all of that. You're sure now, you're ready. You've done your 3-month weight loss, sustainable weight loss program. You're so happy with yourself and you've lost this weight without like restriction. And you're doing the things you love on the weekends and you're not restricting yourself. You're not stressed. So now what? So first of all, some of you are probably like, what is this? I thought weight loss program. Well, yes, it still is. It actually is better. At least it is, but it doesn't have to be a weight loss, right? It doesn't have to be. Weight loss is something that a lot of us want to do for our health reasons, to be able to breathe better, run after our kids, eat better. But sustainable weight loss is not achievable if you are not looking into the rest of the areas of your life. You want to be able to lose the weight and keep it off forever. You don't want to gain it again, and you don't want to be scared of eating, back into your maintenance kind of way of eating. So once you have completed your 12-week, 3-month kind of mark of sustainable weight loss, it is time to add a little bit more foods, maybe more variety, recipes into your meals, and get back slowly to your maintenance kind of calorie way. And then you stay there. I have clients who have gone through that and they actually went back into, eating better and back to their, like maintenance kind of what they're happy with, confident with. And then the weight stayed and they didn't gain weight anymore. And they didn't lose weight anymore after the 12 weeks, but they're happy where they are. And they know that, when you reach that and then you stay there for a few weeks, maybe another 8 weeks, and then you can go for another sustainable fat loss journey if that is what you want to do. You also need to care about your self-love journey. Weight loss is more like a side effect, right, of all of these things that I've mentioned. But to be able to, successfully lose weight sustainably, you should go through all of that circle. You'll be able to put that out there, or you can journal it. You can talk to someone and align it together. Make sure you have your checklist, set your goals properly, organized, and you're ready to take action. So, and then you have your refuel meals on the weekends. So then I have 2 refuel meals during the weekend. Sometimes I don't even need it because my meals are pretty fun. It doesn't have to be boring. It's fun. And then associate your meals with people that you love. Remove the phone and all the electronics. Have to go again and get in tune with your body. Try that and you will feel more full. Like, I promise you will feel more full. Just remove the phone and focus on the food. You'll feel like more energetic and you're like, oh, I appreciate this meal. So before we go to the Q&A and a little bit of what I can offer for you is imagine losing weight sustainably while you take steps to enhance the quality of your life. What is better than that? So learn to love yourself. Learn self-forgiveness. Learn to self-care. Learn the difference between expectations and what are your values. So it's what like social media is like putting in your face, like you need to look like this, you need to look like that, or people who are in your life, but understand what do you really want. Remove that. Get in tune with your body, with your heart, with your head. What do I really want? Journaling that really helps a lot. So learn to nourish your body, get in tune with it again, and unlearn what society taught you how to eat, how to look, how to weigh yourself, and how you need to wear a certain way. You need to be this much kilograms for your weight, your age, or whatever. we're all different. They don't know you, you know you, and you're going to work on you. So just learn how to be you, be the real you. Okay, this is something that I'm super excited about that I'm offering through the Nourishers. It is the 7 days to jumpstart your sustainable weight loss challenge. So this is on October 11th to October 17th. This is like a touch of what you need to do to jumpstart it. So then you can continue doing that. So this challenge is for you if you are someone who's yo-yo dieting, you need accountability, you aren't sure what to eat, you can't seem to find out why you are always bloated or why your gut is just not where it wants you to be, and then you're ready to kickstart a sustainable weight loss plan. So what you will get from this 7 days, which is amazing offer, and I will offer this once and then maybe in the next 4 to 6 months, is a meal plan that is for you. It's not going to be the same for everyone else, but it's going to be a meal plan that is for you. It's 7 days with shopping list and some protocol of how you can do it. So then there's a 60-minute assessment call with me, one-to-one, so I can get to know you and how I can support you in all of these areas. And then there's also a 3-day workout plan that I can work with you. I'll help you like, okay, does this one work for you? This one work for you? And I will send you videos if you like doing home workouts, if you like working out at the gym and you need like a little push, I can give you some programs as well for that week. And then you can use it also for later. And then there's a daily text messaging with me. It's through an app. I have an app that it's like an accountability app. So I will also have like your wellness calendar. My clients have their wellness calendar in there. So then they know what, they have lessons every week. They have challenges every week, what to do, lifestyle protocol, journaling, all of that. And then you have your task there. And then, I will then send you a report of your, okay, here's what you're going to do. And here's your next step. You'll also receive a recipe book from me that will help you through your weight loss. So if you are interested in this, just put it in the chat, put your email address or your name handle, and I will send you the link that is in my profile in the Nourishers portal. And it is $97. So that's like 32, 35, I think, BD, or Omani Rials if you are in Oman. So we'll get to that. So I hope I get you in and sign up now so that you're in, and then I can get started on your plan. It starts on October 11 to 17. October 4 is the last call to sign up. But if you start now, at least I can already get in touch with you, talk with you if you need any support. And I would love for you to take advantage of that. Okay. So Q&A. So I'm going to stop sharing this one. And if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. Okay. So I just seen here, unlearn polluting your body and environment. That's right, Kai. Exactly. That is an amazing sentence, actually. Yeah. Unlearn polluting your body and your environment. So if you have any questions, please let me know. I haven't seen any questions. I'll give you a couple more minutes. If you have any questions with what I've shared, or you'd like to share something about yourself, you can send it to me. You can send it on the chat, or you can you guys are good. Okay, awesome. I will share the link in my bio on my Instagram page. I'm just going to put my Instagram page here. So for you to have more ideas and how to sign up as well for the challenge that is going to be linked through the Nourishers. That's my Instagram handle. Thanks for the insight of sustainable weight. Of course, you're welcome. It's what I love to do. And I'm glad that you, so Vidalin sent a direct message to me. Okay. What is the right timing to eat? So really it has to be something that works for you, right? What works for you? I'm a busy person and I love to eat food that is easy, I can take away. So think about food that is easy. Okay, I'm going to have maybe the baby carrots with some hummus on the side. So, I put it in ready. ready to go, put it in like a cooler bag, and then I'm working and I can just dip it in hummus and then I'm eating, right? Or it can be like the pita bread with hummus. I love hummus. And so, yeah. Just gonna share this one again. Okay, so thank you so much for, again, investing your time here. And I am really grateful for all of you and for the Nourishers to be able to like give me this opportunity to share what I really love. And so you can join my private Facebook group, which is called the Fitness, Nutrition, Self-Connection, and Alignment for the Self-Lovers. It's free. And you can find it also at my portal in the Nourishers. And you can book a call with me. And it's free. And I'd love to hear from you. I love supporting and I